What's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out Black Diamond Guns and Gear. I'm Josh, and I got a couple of things to show you.
Hey, Tommy, man, come check this out. It's got all kinds of guns over here. Woo! Hey, what you got, man?
I have a Glock 17, Glock 26, and a 43.
You're just another Glock fanboy, man. Go Vols.
I mean, yeah, I like Glocks. So.
Got all them plastic Glock. What are they? Polymer? That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, yeah.
Glock fanboy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, God forbid I actually choose a firearm that works every single time.
Go Vols.
What are you carrying?
I got G2C. Hey, it's cheaper than a Glock, and it runs just as good. It's also a polymer, but still, it ain't no Glock, and I ain't no Glock fanboy. I bet you ain't even got a 45 in one of them things. You just got all 9mm Glock fanboy. You just like all that.
That's nice.
Get out. Oh. We're gonna get Bubba on your ass.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by this guy and Tommy, yes, I do have another firearm, and yes, it is a Glock. It's because Glocks are the best handguns in the world. Anyway, that's besides the point. What I wanted to show you was that I picked up a firearm that is new to me, not brand new, but the guys over at Crkt Firearms helped us out with that. Mark that works over at Crkt Firearms is a good friend of ours. He basically lets us in on whenever he gets anything in that's a little interesting. I told him I was looking for a specific gun, and he basically called me up and was like, hey, I got it in. Do you want it? That specific gun was a Glock 19 Gen 3. Alright guys, so why a Gen 319? What's so big about a Gen 319? I like it better than Gen 4s. I know this may not seem like a special gun to anybody else, but I've been looking to get a Gen 3 Glock 19 for a while. Now, Small Josh has a Gen 3 Glock 19 that I've shot and I can shoot and hit with, and that's where it got me thinking. Like, I have owned a Gen 4 Glock 19 twice. Both times, couldn't hit shit with it. You know, a lot of people say you should just be able to hit with whatever, but to me, the triggers in Gen 4s and Gen 5s are a lot different than they're in Gen 3s. Not only that, I like the way that Gen 3s feel. I like the fact that they're thicker in the frame. A lot of people that will do stippling stuff can tell you that the frames are a little thicker, so you can do more to them if you want to do a frame job on it or whatever. But this one right here in particular is straight out of the box. I actually didn't even have a box. He got it in, and I got it at a really good price. He said it's basically a stock Glock, nothing to it, no night sights, no nothing. It has this regular Glock sights on it, nothing special. It has not had any framework, has not had anything done to it at all. It is seriously just a stock Glock, no trigger upgrades, nothing. So, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I carried a Gen 3 Glock 26 for a very long time. The only thing that's been done to this firearm is we messed with the stippling on it because you can do that with a Gen 3 and still be in the safe area. That's what I'm calling the safe area because they're a little thicker and you don't have to worry about going as deep and whatnot. The only thing I had done to this was a little bit of stipple work, and it has a 3-pound connector in it. It makes it a softer shooter. This is my favorite firearm to shoot just because of how concealable it is and how easily I can be like directly on target with this thing. I am pretty much surgical with this handgun. It has TGH3 sights on it, which, I mean, as you can tell, I don't even really know what they are. I just know they work well for me. It's just a great shooter. I've had this gun for a couple years. I'm surgical with it. I love this gun, but I wanted something a little bigger for the winter months, and that's where the Gen 3 comes into play. Now, I will say, I have a Gen 4 Glock 17 here. I can shoot well with this pistol. It has XS big dot sights on it. It's a good pistol. I can shoot well with it, and the trigger's not terrible, but it doesn't have a connector in it or anything like that, but it does have a huge, crisp wall on it that I can't stand. It's so crisp that if you're not careful in a Glock 19 or a 26 that are Gen 4s and stuff like that, I think personally it can pull your shots to the left because you're jerking or you're trying to push back on that wall so much. I think obviously we know in the moment, if you're pulling it out quick and you're bam, 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 shots on target, you're not going to notice the wall. You're not going to notice trigger pull. You're not going to notice how the trigger feels. Hell, you're not even going to notice if it has finger grooves or not. But if you're trying to shoot for accuracy, you're out of the range, and you want to make sure you can shoot the best, you want to make the trigger feel as best as possible as you possibly can. So I have Gen 4. This is my home defense gun. That's the reason why it has XS big dot sights on it. That way I can just look at whatever I got to do. And it's, you know, they're easy to see, easy to acquire, up close and personal, is what it is. I also have a Glock 43X here. This is the Gen 5 triggers. This thing also has just a crisp wall to it. And I can't shoot this thing very accurately. I did actually put a connector in this. And the reason why I went with the Gen 3 is because I did put a connector in this. And you can tell it doesn't really do anything. You can get a Gen 4 and Gen 5 pistol and try to put a 3-pound connector in it, and it's not going to do a damn thing to the way it feels. Now, we have polished all of these, except for this one that I got recently. We have polished all of these. The 4s and 5s, they don't really make a difference. The 3s, it makes a little bit of a difference. I don't know why. I'm not a gunsmith. I'm not even a Glock armorer. Guys, I can't really show you the pull on this thing, but basically I can just show you the wall. I mean, see, I'll have to really push that back. Like I said, it's just got a really tight wall on it. Really, really crisp. That's the Gen 4 Glock 17. This is the 43X. This thing also has a really tight, crisp wall on it. And this actually has a 3.5-pound connector in it. Look at that wall, man. Super tight. I'm saying tight a lot. I'm sorry. Now, Gen 3 Glock 26. A little bit of 3-pound connector in it. Like freaking butter. I mean, it's just, there's no question about the trigger. There's a complete difference in the 4s and 5s. I prefer Gen 3s. I just do. All right, guys, so let's get into EDC of the winter months. The reason why we're doing this video. So basically, I've chosen the Glock 19 Gen 3 because it's a little bit bigger, holds 15 rounds. You know, your 26 is going to carry, you know, 10 to 12 rounds unless you're using a sleeve with a 15-round magazine or whatever. But for the most part, I wanted something that would organically hold 15 rounds so I could get a full grip on it and not feel weird with the sleeve in there and all that stuff. So basically, that's why I wanted the Gen 319. This is my winter carry. It carries with a 15-round magazine right here. And then I also carry, if I don't wear the 511 jeans that have the little pockets on the backside, I will carry it with a Neo Mag because that's just the easiest way for me to keep it from falling down in my pocket and all that stuff. So I will carry a 17 round as a backup. You know, you carry extra magazines. You don't carry them for the rounds. You carry them for malfunctions. So basically, this is my backup magazine, 17 round with a Neo Mag. I also carry, what brand is that? Phoenix, that's right, Phoenix. So I was gonna get a Streamlight or something like that, but this one jumped out at me. It was 60 bucks. It's 1,000 lumens. Phoenix are a good brand, and it's got like 3 modes on it or something like that. But basically, I know it's got 1,000 lumens, bam, and I can just light up anything I'm looking at, you know, try to determine what it is or whatever, blind somebody in the face with it because it's 1,000 lumens. This is a flashlight I carry every single day. I also carry a Crkt Knife. It's just the M16 model. It's basically got the 2 locking lugs on it, so you have to push this down in order to let it shift over to unlock. This is a great knife, in my opinion. It's not going to fold back on you no matter how much pressure you put on it. That's why I like this knife. And last but not least, I carry a tourniquet. In my opinion, it's a minimalistic carry, but this is what I carry every single day. Tourniquet, flashlight, knife, backup magazine, and my Glock 19. So, in the winter months, this is what I'm carrying. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are carrying. I want to hear it. Oh, Tommy's buddies over here is carrying a G2C. What are you carrying? Guys, if you would like to support the channel, please go to ballisticink.com and look at our merch on there. We've got hats, beanies, shirts, and hoodies, and all that kind of stuff like that. Awesome designs on there, and more coming. We are also on Patreon. If you want to go there and become a Patreon member there, that also directly supports the channel. You can also go to US Law Shield and sign up and become a member using our code BDGG. Stay vigilant, stay safe, stay alive. And you should probably just carry a Glock because it's going to work, okay? What are you going to do with that, Josh? We're going to get Bubba on your ass.